Welcome to this special series of interviews on Modern Plastics TV. Right now, we've got Mr. Udaoy Shah from Vishwa Machinery. Uday, just wanting to understand how the industry has grown in the last couple of years, because whatever has happened during COVID, it is still undergoing a lot of changes. We've also heard from China because of some supply side issues. A lot of areas are still quarantined. How is it impacting the Indian space?
I think firstly, flexible packaging has grown a lot in India. In fact, during the COVID days, most of our machinery manufacturers would have been more busy than ever. And it continues because without flexible packaging, the industry would not survive. And with China having its own issues, it has in fact helped India. Yes, there is a little bit of a source supply, but India is self-sufficient that way. So I don't think so. It's a blessing in disguise actually, with China having. So I think it is poised for more growth now.
And you've been to such exhibitions like Past India 2023 so many times. What is the word around? How is the business still? Is it holding up?
Well, our 80% of the business comes from exports. So, we export to about 42 countries. So we go worldwide round. And I can tell you one thing, that India, in terms of plastic machinery, the name has certainly improved, just as India name has improved under Modi ji. So, everybody started looking at us seriously. And even in India, because as economy is growing, so the requirement for machinery and all also is continuously growing. So I guess good times are coming more.
And that reminds me, today being the budget day, any expectations? Do you expect some simplification in taxes or GST, some help doled out for SME, MSME space?
Well, I think, for SME, the problem that we really face is regarding the exports, where there are certain laws which still need to be modified to suit the exporter. Otherwise, there's been quite a lot of simplification in the paperwork from what it was. But there is still a lot to be desired, to make it a more free economy, to get in more funds over here. Because what I see is a lot of people having an office outsource, because offshores rather, so that, for the invoicing, which I think is doing a damage to India. So if little bit of laws, if the government can help us, we can really grow well.
We are at the fag end of this financial year. Any expectation for the new, fresh financial year?
Not really, industry has to carry on, so if this happens, that will not happen. I'm basically quite bullish about under whatever circumstances, My simple analogy is that, just because Jasprit Bumrah does not play, Indian team can't lose, You have to make good with the playing 11, whatever are there. So that's how we work. So, yeah, if there are any policies, definitely it would help. But, nothing as such,
That is Udayji on a very cautious note. Thank you so much, sir, for